What's up, guys? It's TechnoViking23 coming to you today with a little bit of Warframe, and today we are going to be continuing our free-to-play series. We're going to be going over a few housekeeping things here on the ship with our Excalibur Warframe, and today we're going to be going over something that is fairly important, and that is buying and crafting consumable items that you can use in your inventory, and also equipping those items. We're going to go over some basics there. So real quick, we're going to go down here to the foundry, and I'm going to show you guys a couple of things that we recently purchased. Now what we're mainly talking about here are going to be ciphers, and then if I can find them, we have, here we go, some squad, energy, shield, health, and ammunition restoration. These are all very cheap items. You can purchase all of these blueprints on the market, and you'll notice they are reusable blueprints, which means you can use these as many times as you want and they don't go away. So you buy it one time, you've got it forever for the rest of your Warframe career pretty much. And you can see these have a fairly cheap cost to build in terms of the materials. You'll need 400 ferrite, 25 polymer bundles, or 250 ferrite. And these are items that you should be getting as you're just playing through the game generally. It shouldn't take you very long to accumulate a pretty good amount of crafting materials in the first couple of planets. And we're only through Mercury right now, so we're still very early in our playthrough. And these are some really good items to go ahead and have. Now there are also large restoration items. Those cost a little bit more, and they have a little bit more in terms of crafting requirements. So right now we just are focusing on the small. This is more just to teach you guys about consumables and getting these blueprints. These blueprints are fairly cheap in the market, so I think these cost like maybe at 500 or 1,000 credits each, so very cheap investment. I'm going to go ahead and just build a few of these to kind of show you guys what I'm talking about here. And these also have a relatively quick crafting time. They only take about a minute to make these. So we're going to craft one of each for now. And then I want to go up here as well to the cipher. Now ciphers are pretty important in addition to the other consumables, because these can help you unlock the security consoles that you have to hack. These come in handy, especially if you're doing some Corpus missions, the Corpus spy missions. These are incredibly handy for, because they have some extra complicated puzzles to solve. They're also good if you're doing a rescue mission and for some odd reason you trigger the alarm or the warden and they start the countdown timer to when the hostage gets executed. These can save your life very quickly in those situations, because it allows you to open the cell doors very, very fast and get the hostage out before that timer expires. So we're also going to craft one of these. Like I said, it only takes about a minute to get these. So you can see our squad shield restored blueprint is already completed. The other thing on the ciphers too, eventually once you get more credits, there is a Cipher Blueprint you can purchase for 250,000 credits, which actually allows you to make 10 at a time. So instead of having to click and click and click, it's much easier to just make 10 at a time and mass produce them. But we don't really have the credits to waste on that right now, plus some of the crafting requirement materials for that are still a little bit ways out in Star Chart. So for now we're just going to focus on the regular cipher. Now, what I usually do with these is, when I'm on my ship just doing some general maintenance stuff, like when I'm looking through my inventory, when I'm doing some modding, when I'm upgrading mods, or just doing some inventory clean out, what I'll do is I'll make a couple of ciphers each time I'm on the ship. And you really don't need to be using them in the first couple of planets early on, because most of the Grineer hacking consoles are going to be really, really easy. Most of the Corpus ones are going to be fairly easy, unless you're in a spy mission. We'll go ahead and claim that one, and we'll just start crafting another one. Now one thing is, you will eventually get a mastery rank test where you have to do hacking consoles. You can actually use the ciphers on those consoles and very easily bypass that mastery rank test. So if you have them in your inventory, you're going to be all set. So now we've got a couple of these crafted. Let's go ahead and claim all these items, and we'll get an achievement for that. We get an achievement for crafting 10 items, and we'll go ahead and build a new set here. Like I said, it's fairly easy. You just want to do this generally when you're on your ship. Just craft up a couple of these. And now I'm going to show you where you will actually go once those are crafted. Once you've claimed them to your inventory, you're going to go to your arsenal. And down here where it says gear, you actually want to click that area. That's going to open up a little power wheel here. Now you can summon this wheel by pressing Q or whatever button you have it set to on your button mapping. If you want to edit that to have whatever you want, feel free to do that. We already have the Codex Scanner, which I haven't really gone over that yet. I need to go over that sometime with you guys and show you what that is. Essentially, it's just an item you pull out and you scan into something in the environment, and it will scan it and give you a Codex entry for it. But to place your gear, you just basically want to pick any slot here, and it's going to show you what gear you have available. There's also some gear you can purchase. But you can see here we have our Cipher, we have our Codex Scanner, we have our Health Restore, we have our Squad Ammo Restore, Squad Health Restore. So we're going to equip the Cipher. We're just going to click on it. We're going to hit Equip. We're going to go to the next point here. We're going to hit Squad Ammo Restore. We're going to hit Equip. And so on and so forth. Pretty easy to do here. Now as you acquire more of these, as you craft more of them, and they go into your inventory, as long as you have one in this slot in this wheel already, they will go ahead and update the amount that you have available. So that's really pretty easy, and you want to make sure you're doing this. A lot of players overlook this. It's not very well explained to you either by the game. One of the big problems with Warframe is that you just don't do a good job of explaining a lot of these early things that you need to focus on in order to make your experience more enjoyable. So what this will allow you to do when you're in a mission, and let's say you're running low on ammunition, if you're doing a defense objective, you can drop one of these Squad Ammo Restores. This is a little consumable. It'll drop down on the ground, it'll pulse a couple of times, and it will refill your ammo or your energy or start refilling your health. These are a little bit smaller, so they're not going to give us a massive boost, but they can come in handy, especially if you are doing a solo playthrough for the most part with your free-to-play. But again, just kind of a simple thing I wanted to show you guys because, like I said, this is not super well explained at all within the confines of the game, so it's something you kind of have to either figure out on your own or stumble across. But there you have it, guys. Pretty easy. That is how you get some equipment, some consumables. As I said, those are all available. Those blueprints are all available in the market for credits, fairly cheap, so it's worth it to pick them up early on and start working on crafting some of those consumables to help you out in your missions. As always, guys, if you have any questions about anything you've seen in the video, feel free to leave them down below. Hope you guys are enjoying the Warframe series. I'm having a lot of fun putting these videos together for you. And like I said, as always, if you have any questions at all, just feel free to ask in the comments. There's a lot of guys who watch my videos who are also Warframe veterans who can help you out as well. Overall, I hope you guys are having a great week. Thanks as always for watching. I'll see you again next time.